Hey, you guys. Nah. So, I'm jumping on the record today because, I am always trying to figure out what I want to talk to you guys about. And with me being a female, I have like tons of things. I'm like, no, that's not appropriate. I probably shouldn't post that. But today I wanted to get on and talk about, I guess it's faith. I guess this is what this equals to. Um, as a Christian, we are taught to have faith, and that if we have faith, that so many things will happen in our lives. We trust God, trust His plan for our life, and even when we ask God for things in our lives, that we will receive those things as long as those things are on one accord with the Lord. If we're on one accord with the Lord, I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this. Those things that we seek will also be in line with what He would have for us. I guess that makes sense. So, one of the biggest issues that I have, is not, I don't know if it's faith, maybe faith for me, for my situation. Um, and let me explain what that means. Like, I believe that God can do any and everything. There's nothing too hard for God. There's nothing that He cannot do. There's no mountain He can't move. There's nothing that He cannot do. My issue comes in when I wonder, I know He can do it, but is He going to do this for me? So that's one of the biggest things that I struggle with. I can't speak for anyone else. Chime in if this is something that you have experienced, and tell me what you do about it. But for me, there are things I'm like, oh, even in while I was single and I wanted to have a commitment at that time with the person that I was with. I love them, and I really prayed about it, prayed about it, and I even got to a point where I was like, well, maybe this is just all I'm gonna get. Um, far as relationships, maybe this is the Lord's answer. It's like, well, this is all you're gonna get. This is good as it's gonna get. And then sometimes I get to the point where I feel like maybe I'm being punished for all the crazy stuff I did before now, before I got to this point in my life. And the Lord is like, no, you're not going to get this because you did this then, or, that sort of thing. Um, and I struggle with that. And like I said, even when I was single, I struggled with that. And I was like, okay, well, I know the Lord can bless me with a husband, but maybe He's just not going to do it for me, you know? And then He surprised me. It wasn't who I really thought it was going to be, but it's perfect the way the Lord set it up. Um, but I really struggle with that in my life. And I wonder if other people struggle with that. It's like, I have faith. I have faith that the Lord can do anything, but I'm just not sure if He's going to do it for me. One of my favorite songs, it's an older song. It's called Lord Do It. You know, I love that song. It's like, do it for me. But then what's interesting in that song is the verse is like, do it for me right now. You know what I'm saying? So when we don't get it right now, it's like the Lord ain't gonna do it for me. That's the way I be feeling. It's like He not gonna do it for me. Cause even in that song, it's like, Lord, do it for me, like, right now. But sometimes it's not meant for the right now, and sometimes the wait feels like a no. It feels like a no. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it at all. It's like I'm not gonna do it. And then something else that kind of interrupts the flow of things with the faith walk when it comes to that for me is, well, you're doing it over here, you're doing it over there, you're doing it over here, and then I get back to, you're just not going to do it for me. Just not going to do it for me. And so that's something that I struggle with. I like to share that type of stuff with people to show that we all have our things that we need to grow in, and areas that we need to work on. And that's one of those things for me that I really have a hard time with. I think that it combines with the other thing that I struggle with in knowing when the Lord has told me to do something versus this is what I want to do? How do I know if this is the Lord telling me to do this or is this just me trying to do it? And I think those two things combine together because it's like, well, maybe the Lord's not going to do it for me because this is not what He intends for me to do. How do I know if this is what I'm supposed to be doing? How do I know when I need to give up on something because it's a no? To just let it go because it's like the Lord's like, no, that's not for you. Because I feel like sometimes we spend so much time, and I think back over my life, my relationships, it's like, gosh, I prayed over this and prayed over this, and it was just a waste of time. That's the first thing that comes to mind. It's like, this is a waste of my time. But it really wasn't. It was a learning time. Sometimes a time that took, a while to learn a lesson or to see things or to appreciate the new level of things that are coming up in your life. But it's really, really a struggle. So I decided to share that with you guys. I would appreciate any comments that you have, feedback. And I appreciate you for viewing. Y'all have a good day. It's Saturday. I'm going to log on and do a little bit of work, and then I'm going to just relax the rest of the day. All right, you guys.